Chanting lively, I could feel that music in me. We were born just to believe.
Yo, JD here to Limitless, and as you can see we're at Montreal, Canada here today. And for this first lap, this is a relatively clean, quick, acceptable lap I feel. Whereas the next lap, it's just all out, corner cutting, extending to get the maximum advantage possible, and you'll be able to see the difference between these two laps. So starting the first lap, you want to be looking for the white patch on the long side of the track on the right hand side. As soon as that finishes there, you'll go down to second gear, hold it to the middle of the track. As soon as the car's straight again, go into second, we'll keep it in second gear for this right hander. And for this, just as you go after, or just before the 50 metre board on the left hand side, that's your turning point in third gear, navigate through the chicane. And for this next left hander, just before the black box on the right, so look for it there, above the track. We'll go to second gear, try not to hit these curves because they can throw off quite badly. And up into rich mix again. And for this next corner, as soon as your whole car's underneath the bridge, so as soon as you're completely in the shadow, underneath that bridge there, you want to go down to third gear, try and navigate these curves again without hitting them too much, up to rich mix again. And for this next corner, it's quite a difficult corner actually. As soon as your car is completely straight, so as soon as the bend stops pretty much, go down to first gear to get initial turning, second gear again to avoid the wheel spin up into rich mix. You will be looking for the DRS line, which is quite hard to spot. It's quite a way up this straight, so you hit it there. And for this next chicane, you want to be looking for on the left hand side, the yellow part of the wall, just before you hit that there. So just before you hit that, go down to third gear, try and navigate that chicane quite nicely, relatively clean, and then let's make our way to line. And we've managed to do a 13-1. So that is that felt relatively clean. I know it wasn't 100% perfect, but I feel it was an acceptable, quite quick, clean lap. And as you can see, my sector's there, so I thought that was pretty reasonable. Whereas this next lap here, as you'll see now, this is all out, pretty much cutting in. Oh, whoops, we made a mistake, but it doesn't matter because we could just straight line chicane without getting a warning. And I'm not going to be talking about braking points or turning points for this lap. I'm just going to let you watch the lap. And there we go. There's no warning, a penalty you can get there. Hit the grass a bit, but that's okay. We can use the Mario Kart technique of first gear. I think it's next right-hander. Again, look how early you can turn, and there's no warning or penalty at all. So that's the only downfall about this game, is you can get away with this. And again, I didn't really cut that, but we used a bit too much curb. And as you can see by our first sector, it's a full 2 tenths quicker already than our last sector, which felt pretty nice. And again, we're just going to use maximum curb. Oh, we've just smashed it. Well, we ran a bit deep, but it doesn't matter because we could just straight line it. For this next chicane, we're going to be using the Mario Kart technique and to its full effect, which we've done relatively okay. We could have done it actually a bit better than that, to be honest. And look, we're about 4 tenths up on our previous split of the relatively clean last lap. So you can see the advantage gain already. And this last chicane, you'll see this. I actually bottled this a bit. I could have actually done it a bit quicker, but you'll see this. Look at this. That is horrific. Like, how can a game not give you a penalty for that? And look at, we're coming across the line now. We've done a 12.4, 7 tenths quicker than my last lap, which was, yeah, well, I just can't even believe the game allows you to do it. And look at my sectors there. So pretty much 2 tenths in every sector compared to the last lap I did. So that's just a comparison, just in case you're interested to see. But moving on from that, looking at setup now. Go in the garage, we're going to be looking at the aero, which surprisingly you might have thought it'd be 1-1, but for me I use 3-1 because I want to try and keep it as clean as possible, and I need that turn in to keep it on the track. I feel you can use 1-1 if you're on a wheel because the wheel has good turning, but I think 3-1 is the highest I'll go. Any lower I have too much understeer. And brakes same as usual. And for the balance I'll use 10-11. I just feel this track is pretty much like Hockenheim, like I said before. It's just responsiveness. You need that initial turning. The high speed grip doesn't really matter around here because there's not really corners like that. You just need that initial bite in the front end, and I feel just having that 10-11 just gives you that really. And for the suspension, 11-1 for the straight line speed obviously, and 11-11 For the springs, again, for responsiveness, just for that turning, like you can have the high speed grip, but you don't really, it's not essential around here. You just need your car to react to whatever you're doing pretty much, and for the alignment it's just the same as usual. So hopefully that's been a good setup guide for you today. Hopefully my clean lap was good. You could have maybe learned something from that, and also just seen how much of an advantage you can gain as well from being absolutely outrageous. But as always, thanks for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, and see you next video. Cheers.